Hello, everybody. Let's get a clearing. Let's use this. Clearing. All right. I have been walking out in the snow. It's so lovely. But yeah, so I am literally here drawn to a deck that I don't usually use. It's one I made, but there are a few cards missing. I don't know. I haven't looked at which cards those are. It's mostly here. And I really asked higher guidance, am I truly supposed to use an impartial deck for this reading? And I heard do a no contact reading, and with the premise that there's still something missing for the people that are MIA, no contact, and grappling with what it is that they can't put their finger on that makes all the difference to come forward to this love. And I heard, when I was asking about a little bit more in my meditation, what does that mean to have something still missing? I heard spirit, divinity, soul. That's the missing piece in every spelling of the word. And so, yeah, let's get into it. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we look at for the collective that joins me here that's in prolonged no contact? Some of you may not have any way to contact. Some might not even be associated on socials or phone numbers, emails anymore. Some just haven't had any. It's been crickets for months, years. So this isn't necessarily a no contact reading for those who are more like a matter of hours or days or weeks even. I'm feeling that this is many months or more with radio silence in the 3D. So let's get into it for the no contact crew at this time. What do my viewers need to know about their person? What is going on for the person on their mind regarding this connection? For the majority of those in the collective, what are the energies we can see? Okay, we do get codependency and a lot of pent-up emotion. I just saw the Two of Cups. So for many of them, they are connected to something that has to be finalized, karmically speaking, relationship. It's going to differ, but you'll likely know what the energy is that your person is torn between worlds. How does the energy we're going to see for my viewers person relate to their connection? Okay, so for those who are in no contact, how is the person on your mind viewing the connection in general? Ooh, this is next level stuff. So major internal towers happening right now. This is like the ground beneath me shaking kind of stuff. Revelations, inconvenient truths, signs, synchronicities. It's like the fabric of reality is getting through to this person and shaking things up right now. Okay, I want to say your manifestations are working here, viewer. But let's have a look. How does it relate? The Lovers. Okay, so whatever is not eternal is crumbling right now. So they are beginning to see through anything that is still codependent or imbalanced, anything that they've connected with out of pretense or survival mode, something like that. They are now seeing this connection as the true love template, and whatever else has been, whatever they've been investing in or giving to or stuck in or settling for, those things are not this. And it's really impressing upon them right now. And it's next level stuff because it's like these epiphanies and aha moments. And there is your flavor, viewer, in this energy that these towers come at pivotal points when they are aware of this. It's like a double whammy. I'm getting that they are thinking of you and then something happens and they're like, oh, you couldn't make that up. Or they're not thinking of you and something happens and they're like, oh, that wouldn't happen with this person. Something like that is going on. All right, what can we see for how my no contact people are thinking of my viewer. Okay, we are getting heartache and then legalities. It is law. So that's the Justice card. In the inverse like this, it doesn't feel fair, but there could be legal obligations. Marriages, divorces, finances, custody, incarceration, lawsuits, family matters, inheritance battles. Yeah. So false allegations I just heard in some regard as well. So there's a lot of unprocessed heartache connected with legal matters, connected with scenarios that aren't cut and dry, that seem to be keeping your person away from this connection until they learn the karmic lesson. So I'm getting spiritual court here, not necessarily, but can be material realm, legal proceedings. But this is definitely karmic revelation. And that is what is needed in order for someone to graduate out of the ways of the world into this lover's divine layer of reality. So they are seeing you as outside their reach, and then this squeaky wheel stuff, it's starting to really impress upon them that there are two worlds going on. How does this relate to the connection? Wow, here is the judge, the jury, the lawyer, the accountant, the imperial truth. There's something here that they are coming into the absolute knowledge of. In between worlds. So they see that rejection is divine protection. There's this protection bubble. And they know that whatever is hitting the fan, or needs to, or has, that it is what was keeping them from coming towards you. Now, in some sense, they might think it's an unfair scenario. But when they learn the karmic lessons, they will see how it supports them to be accountable for a connection like yours. What can we see on the heart space? Okay. King of Pentacles, commitment and inner child healing. So like a child, that's my inner child card in this deck. It's also the reunion. So right now, your person is really focused on what's going on in the material realm. I heard it's a big hairy deal right now. And it does seem to eerily resemble some childhood patterns for them right now. So they're seeing the apple did not fall far from the tree. They're catching themselves out in their karmic story. So these counterparts are waking up within the karmic scenario and realizing how it's familiar. And in some cases, they have become their parents. And now they're realizing that if they want to elevate out of that, that they have to heal and venture further from that template. What can we see for how it relates to the connection? The blockage card, the crossroads card, came out in the inverse, which I like to see because that means that they're no longer deluded that this connection isn't available to them. Now they know that there is a way, and now they see that it's connected with their freedom, their liberation, their healing journey, their awareness. And that is what is required to access this too good to be true kind of connection. What can we see for how they feel about you on the heart space? I will make it work, and 10 of Cups, happiness. These are both in the inverse. So they are realizing that it is possible. It's not too good to be true, but that they don't need to force it or long for it. They do have to course correct on their side of the energy. And so it's not so much that they want to directly make it work at all costs with you, viewer. It's more that they know what they need to do over there before they can access this, which is more aligned for them. And Eight of Orbs, this is the missing piece. that I was mentioning at the beginning. This is where they see the route to their own liberation and how that is required for their highest and best interest and for the codependent templates they are enmeshed in, and how that would coincidentally also allow them to come forward to you. What can we see for what my viewers' no contact person is wanting to manifest next? Ooh. Okay, here's some more of the signs and synchronicities. So we're getting spooky action at a distance with sleepless nights. I'm hearing that many of them are seeing number sequences past midnight. So 1:11 a.m., 2:22 a.m., 3:33 a.m., 4:44 a.m., 12:12 a.m. Anything else? 1:23 a.m., 5:02 a.m. Okay, so that's a very specific number. So they are really, you know, having these experiences. They might be waking out of dreams. They might be not falling asleep very well. Like their subconscious is begging them to look at some of the things more directly. You know, when we first start seeing signs and synchronicities, we're like, is that a coincidence? Or is there something to that? And then all of a sudden we're hit with a meteor shower of signs, synchronicities, and we're like, ugh, it's not a coincidence. After we get 50 million of them in a row. And then once we believe them, they kind of subside and we're past the asteroid belt of signs and synchronicities and we're out into the outer orbits and able to breathe a little easier because we actually believe space travel is possible, something like that. How does this relate to counterpart? Okay, this is hubby material, this is life partnership, this is commitment. We did already see that the big hairy deal going on over there is consuming them and they do need to take accountability, but we also see the changing of the guards. As they settle that stuff, they can come over and do this relationship, this higher love relationship, and they don't have to be in a fishbowl on the other side of the energy anymore. So something is also crossing the veil. So the fishbowl, that's giving fisheye lens vibes. So I feel like they're also seeing, if you have posted a fisheye photo profile picture, very specific message. If you've recently done that, they've seen that photo. And there's something that's coincidence with that. That might have just been for one person. You're welcome. That's a very important sync when there's something so specific. But your person is definitely understanding that they are not in the scenario of the world that they would ideally like to be in, and your energy still permeates across the dimensions. What can we see for the action my viewers, no contact person wants to take? They want to muster the bravery. Home is where the heart is, because they feel like home with you, not where they're at. How does this relate to my viewers' connection? The Hanging Man. So they're deciding, should I stay or should I go with karmic situation? And they know that they're healing their bravery, putting one foot in front of the other, beginning now. It's the kind of energy that they'll never be younger or have more energy than they do right now. So they might as well do it while the going is good on that level. There's something like that where they're like, I should just do this thing. What is the biggest challenge for my viewers, no contact person? Perseverance. They're exhausted. You know, they've been trying to make a broken thing successful. And the more they put into it, the more it's discouraging and exhausting because it's not meant to be healed. It's meant to teach them lessons, and they're meant to, with grace, release what is not for them. I feel so much that I do not say. So they're tired of being misunderstood, holding back, not living their truth. And they're going to explode. Those internal towers, there's so much that's bombarding them. The signs and synchronicities and these tower moments, it's like they can't win from any direction right now. It's really pummeling them. It's pummeling them. How is this affecting the connection? Their abundant timelines. There's the Empress. There's you, viewer. There's their highest timelines outside their grasp. In the inverse, it's like that fishbowl. They see it, but they can't reach it. until they make the necessary changes. What is the solution for my viewers, no contact person? Yeah, finally deciding the path of unconditional love. I know the truth and not being in denial anymore. That's in the inverse. So they've deep within, they do know the truth. They may not be openly expressing that, but they know which one of these cups is their choice. And funnily enough, in this deck, it to me looks like this wizard is pointing straight at you, viewer, not any of these options. And so they do know the truth, that all these things that they're pretending to be satisfied with don't cut it. You do. And they know that to get to you, they would need to make some major changes on every level. And only if and when they do that can they actually come forward to you. How does this relate to the connection? Yeah, they have to do the inner work. They have to up level. They have to specialize in being authentically them. When they do that, everything that's not for them falls away. And when they do that, everything that is for them comes into focus. What can we see for the... Are we on the solution? I'm going to lose track a little bit. Yeah, we're in what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks. Okay, some karmic release. It is what it is. So I just heard it's nothing personal. It's just not a match. So some breakups, some endings to some relationships, business partnerships, romantic relationships, casual dating situationships, moving out of family home, I just heard. So in the next 3 weeks, they are really coming to this idea they're not the bad one, the bad guy, to end whatever the karmic situations have been in their lives, that it's nothing personal. They are not abandoning. They're not being abandoned. It's just, it is what it is. It's simple energetics. It's not a fit. How does this relate to the connections? Yeah, they're opening their heart to believe that they deserve more, they deserve true alignment, and that they're opening their heart to this connection, viewer. More and more all the time. You left a lasting impact on me. How do you think I could possibly ever forget what I felt with you? Okay, that's pretty specific. So let's see, advice for my viewer. Trust, I just heard trust. Indecision in the inverse. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. These journeys teach us to trust our own intuition as the gospel, not anything that others say or do or imply, or even the 3D. We're meant to trust our heart and to stay the course. And for my viewers, no contact person, peace. I am the being of love and I release all negative energy. It came out in the neutral. That's more of the it is what it is energy, where they just want peace. They don't want to be in karmic squabbling, I just heard. They don't want to be in an unrestful situation. They're ready for the real deal. Okay, many blessings, viewers, and bye for now.